all, welcome to TJD. We watched Any Given Sunday.
I'm Ty.
Jake.
And I'm Drew.
I'm trying stuff new at the beginning just to fuck
That's the same
around.
thing you did last week.
No, I did. I'm Ty. I think I did a higher pitch.
I'm Willie Beeman.
You steaming?
Yep.
Oh, he was steaming all right.
I'll leave the ladies screaming.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, in the song. Yeah.
Or creaming.
Creaming.
Creaming. Screaming.
Creaming's better than screaming.
Creaming and screaming.
If a football player said, I'm going to leave you screaming, I don't think I'd be like, ooh. I'd be like, oh.
Well, if it was Russell Wilson.
Well, Russ is a good boy.
he treat you tender.
I don't know. I don't know where that came from. I mean, he is a good boy. I like Russ.
It's Dong.
He's a good boy.
I didn't mean it this way.
What way do you think you meant it?
You're a good boy.
How about that Jimmy G?
Isn't he in Green Bay?
Garoppolo?
Oh.
No, not
Jimmy Graham.
Well, no.
Do we want to talk about this movie?
Forget about that Jimmy G.
Yeah, so Any Given Sunday, give us a rundown, Drew.
Any Given Sunday is a 1999 drama sport movie starring Al Pacino, Dennis Quaid, Cameron Diaz, James Woods, Jamie Foxx, LL Cool J, Matthew Modine, Jim Brown, Lawrence Taylor, Bill Bellamy, and Lauren Holly.
Bill Belichick?
Did you say Dennis Quaid?
Yeah. And Margaret, Aaron Eckhart,
James Woods?
Charlton Heston. I said James Woods. John McGinley.
John C. McGinley.
Whatever. There's a lot of fucking people in this movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a behind-the-scenes look at the life and death struggles of modern-day football players.
And the life and death struggle of an editor trying to figure out how to make this into a coherent movie.
You're not wrong.
There were 3,000 cuts in this film.
Holy shit! It felt like it. I felt like I had dropped acid. When someone would be giving a monologue and it would cut to a carnival cruise, water skiing people, clouds, lightning. What the fuck is happening?
A football movie.
Archive footage from the fucking beginning
50s.
of football?
D-Day.
D-Day.
D-Day? A fucking nuke? Jesus Christ.
Had nothing to do with what was going on.
That being said, it's a pro. Because it adds a level of complete lunacy to the movie where you're like, I don't know what the fuck is going to happen. Like, you remember that part in Willy Wonka where they're on the boat and you see the chicken get its head cut off? That's this whole fucking movie. We were like, I don't know what the fuck is going to happen next.
So wait, so what was more of the movie? All the fucking cuts? Or what? And so like the chicken getting its head cut off is the football portion? Or
That's a good question.
was Oliver Stone like, I'm throwing this stuff in here to distract everyone from the cuts?
I don't know. I don't think they know.
Oliver Stone making a cameo, by the way. Not just directing, but making a cameo as the sports announcer of the playoff game.
Right.
And being terrible.
Announced almost nothing, really.
Yeah. But he was in it for quite a good chunk of the game. They kept cutting to him.
They kept cutting to everything.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't... You have to see it to believe it. If someone would have told me, yeah, the editing in that movie is fucking bananas, I would have been like, yeah, you probably just don't know Oliver Stone. I've seen Oliver Stone. This movie's fucking nuts.
What other movies has Oliver Stone directed, Jake?
Platoon.
Wolf of Wall Street?
Wall Street.
Or Wall Street. Well, he do Wolf. Or not Wolf. I was thinking the sequel.
The second one?
Yeah, Wall Street, whatever.
Even wolfier? Wall Street?
Yeah, Wall Street. Then he did the Wall Street one with Shia LaBeouf.
I was going to say, you're confusing him with Martin Scorsese?
No,
What is the matter with you?
Shia LaBeouf one. Wall Street 2 or whatever that was.
Greed is good or
Yeah,
whatever.
something like that, yeah.
I don't know. I don't care. It could have been him. I heard it was a piece of shit. It also could have been him.
I know Charlie Sheen made a cameo in the second one. So.
Yeah, he was like, I have AIDS. From tiger blood. HIV.
Yeah, not quite AIDS.
We'll call it what it is. It's not that bad. Still bad.
Still bad, yeah. It's still very bad.
But, like, if there was a liter of... 2 liters of blood right next to each other, and I've got to drink one of them.
Why would you have to drink one?
I'm going to drink the one with HIV.
But
what?
Over the one with AIDS.
But why does it have to be a liter?
Actually, doesn't AIDS just mean that your immune system's been broken down to a certain point? So you can't actually get AIDS from anything.
Well...
Why are we talking about AIDS?
You're talking about it.
You get HIV. It turns you into AIDS. Well, does it actually... like, you're still a person.
Dr. Jake.
But you're not really a person anymore.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. Like, where'd you get your degree?
What degree? I'm a first degree black belt. I'm not a black belt.
Well, why?
I've seen a yellow belt once.
Did you pee on it?
It was my own belt that I wore to work.
It was a white belt that he beat on.
It fell in the toilet. Then I did martial arts.
Oh my gosh.
We just cut this pod. So there's football in this. It's pretty good. I mean, the editing's shit. But it's kind of a fun shit.
Why? I just want one more question. Why do you have to drink a liter of blood? Like,
let's say...
Why not, like, 8 ounces? Like, I gotta drink a glass of blood.
Let's say I'm in a room, and Jigsaw goes, you want to play a game? You want to drink some blood?
Why is it always a Jigsaw scenario
I don't know.
Did Jake just done some reprehensible shit? He knows Jigsaw's coming for him.
It's the only way to force me to drink a liter of blood, I guess.
Fair.
But yeah, I don't think I'd drink it. Since one of them would have HIV and the other would be... I mean, it can't have AIDS, so if the other was fine, I guess I would drink that one. If I have to drink blood, I want it to be pure. Fuck, man.
Kalima?
Yeah. That makes sense. This conversation would make more sense if we had watched that. Rather than a movie about football. It has literally nothing to do with AIDS. You would think we watched Philadelphia.
Or Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah. Something, in that ballpark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Pros, cons?
I was going to bring up the hookers we joked about having HIV.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what?
You tie it in.
I'm not sorry anymore.
I think you still should be.
We'll see.
We'll see. When you go back and listen to this.
Yeah, I'm like, holy shit.
The first...
It's kind of fun when that happens.
The first
surprise yourself.
The first 9 minutes of the pod have to be scrapped.
Yeah. Plus, I'll be 86 when I hear this
yes,
again.
That's true.
I remember Tyrell.
Tyrigums, I think we called him.
All I know is he's gay.
Gay.
All right. Yeah. We want to do a pod here?
Yeah.
Quit fucking around.
Yeah, okay. The actual football itself, I think is shot and choreographed very well.
Yeah, it was fine. This are the replacements. Not overall, just in terms of football. I feel like it's been a long time since I've seen it, but I feel like watching the replacements, it was easier for me to follow what was happening.
I will agree with that. Like, I think what Oliver Stone tried doing here was like taking Platoon and putting it on the football field.
Right. Action.
Yes.
Well, in this, you don't have like a lot of like deep shots to show you like the entire field. Like
Right.
you're getting like a lot of close-ups.
Yep.
You're getting
And
a
he
lot of
cuts a
POV.
lot.
Yep, definitely.
So, like, I think the replacements, like you said, makes it easier to follow what's going on, to follow the game. Whereas this is a lot more action, a lot more, hey, this is the intensity that they go through when you're right here.
Right.
So
the hits are pretty vicious.
Mm-hmm.
The audio is pretty punchy to make you go like, oh shit, like that person just got completely destroyed.
Sometimes when I get hit, I see like clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and D-Day. And...
Or
one person
silhouette.
Yeah, one person sitting in a stadium.
Yeah.
Or you get transported back to the 1950s.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
Maybe concussions are just a gateway to time travel. The NFL would love me.
Whoa. You are the spin
like,
of
wow,
you were a great PR guy.
So Marty McFly was playing football.
Right. He's pretty much got his brain scrambled and he's trying to testify. And I'm like, wait, did you see an old man in a trilby hat? Time travel.
Time travel.
Then I pick up my suitcase of money and probably get stabbed to death in the parking lot. I would deserve it.
I think Pacino's a pro.
Yeah, Pacino's a guy you give a script and he screams it with conviction because that's
he doesn't
what
do much
excels
screaming
at.
in this film though. Like when him and Diaz fight, yeah, sure, but other than that,
he's loud.
Yeah,
he'll give a bombastic speech. That wasn't a Shaggy reference. I wasn't trying. But I saw the look of like, ooh.
Well, we gotta give a DMX reference.
Carefully.
Carefully. He says,
focus less on your own name and remember what color your skin is. Now read the lyrics.
No.
That was just the N-word for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was.
Dude, the look on your face when it came up, though.
It was magnificent.
I mean, like you said, Oliver Stone did not pick this fucking soundtrack.
No.
I want to know who did, though.
Well, Moby.
It all makes sense.
Moby was like, here's one of my personal favorites. It gets me hyped in the morning. Fucking DMX. Yeah, the likeliest of scenarios.
What was the name of the song again?
I could guess the name of the song.
Yeah, I could too, but I'm not.
I don't think I will.
It's my blank. Is my guess.
I could play it. Actually, no, I couldn't play it.
No, because then, yeah, that's a copyright strike.
Yeah. Fucking Lionsgate.
Oh, hey, Fatboy Slim was on the soundtrack.
There was some crazy 90s shit in this.
I kind of dug some of the tracks that they picked out.
It's a time capsule for sure.
P.O.D.
P.O.D.
Yeah. Was in here. Who else?
Lauren Holly.
Lauren Holly.
90s time capsule.
Wow, P.O.D. had 2 songs on here. Fucking James Woods
is a rotten motherfucker.
Ed plays it amazingly. You know.
He's great.
Mm-hmm. He was what was wrong with the NFL for a long fucking time.
Because everyone was that.
Yep. Everybody was like, just get him back on the field, and who gives a shit? I was right. It's My Blank is the name of the DMX song.
There wasn't any doubt in my mind.
Because he says it 50 times.
There's no other lyrical content.
I'm pretty sure he went,
by the way, it was written...
Tim Allen.
I mean, Tim Allen did that too, but DMX does that.
It was written by DMX as
shit.
As Earl Simmons. He put his proper name on a song called that.
100% he did.
And Swiss Beats.
Well done.
Yeah.
What you just said, you know how Who Wants to Be a Millionaire has that really fucking obvious first question. That would be the first well, actually, it never would be the first question. But it's easy enough to be that.
Metallica was on there.
Was it the song when he was giving the big speech?
No, actually...
No, they were playing it in the locker room.
Yeah, and then Kid Rock was also on there.
Oh, that's too bad.
Man, I love him and Joe Dirt.
Almost a good movie.
But I honestly, I think pretty much all the actors, there wasn't really a weak actor in this film. Like, true actor. Like, Lauren, who do you think was weak?
Cameron Diaz is pretty
rough.
rough.
Yeah. She was.
I think she got more comfortable as it went on. Not that it's filmed in chronological order or anything, but it seemed that way to me.
I think when they allowed her to become more human than just the bitch who's running the team. Like, she was always yelling at people and, like, you know, like Charlton Heston said, I think that woman would eat her own young. When she was actually able to show, like, a fine side of herself and not just be like, I demand this! And, yeah, she was better, but, yeah.
The beginning, she was pretty
rough.
rough.
She was very rough. Aaron Eckhart was barely there.
He's non-existent.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like an offensive coordinator.
Yeah. Dennis Quaid was good. He reminded me of Brett Favre. He looked like Brett Favre.
He looks like an old quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Jamie Foxx.
I like Jamie Foxx.
Yeah,
I've always liked Jamie Foxx.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's always been a better actor than he might get credit for. I mean, Ray, everybody loved him, but I think everything he's been in since his career, like, basically started, like, major motion picture-wise, he's been pretty good at what he's been doing. Collateral, he's fucking awesome.
Yeah, Collateral is amazing. I'm trying to think of a bad movie he's been in. I'm sure there are a couple.
Oh, I'm sure they're out there.
Didn't he have his own TV show, too? Didn't he have the Jamie Foxx show?
I feel like that happened.
Because I think it was around the same time as the Hughley show.
Let me pull up Jamie Foxx.
But, no, I honestly think most of the actors, and even, like, Lawrence Taylor, like, he brings credibility to his role, at least. Because you're like, yeah, that motherfucker played in the league for a long time.
I like Lawrence Taylor.
He was good in this.
Mm-hmm. And even Jim Brown as the assistant defensive coordinator. He brought that. He was like, you know, you motherfuckers, you better do this shit.
He had a cameo in A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Yes, I knew that.
Annie. That 2014 remake. Horrible Bosses, too.
Well, he was in Horrible Bosses as well.
Motherfucker Jones.
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh, yeah.
That's
how I forget.
Fucking... Oh. Fuck.
But dating Katie Holmes.
It's kind of an odd pairing.
Why?
I don't know. They don't seem like two people that would have known each other.
It's true.
Like,
I mean,
have they been in movies together?
I don't think so. I'm not sure how their paths crossed, but
whatever makes you happy.
They keep it very private, though, which is good for them. They keep it out of the limelight.
What'd you guys think of John C. McGinley?
Oh,
he was perfect as James. What is it? James Rose or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, so he was Jim Rome. I think it was Jack Rose, and so
I wanted to punch him in the face.
And that's exactly what everybody wants to do to Jim Rome.
He had the fucking stupidest haircut I've ever seen, too.
Oh, yeah.
I love McGinley. I think he's great.
Jack Rose.
So, yeah. I love McGinley. I think he played that part perfectly. I think he even said he watched or listened to Rome, like, to prepare for the role. And I think he hit it out of the park.
Yeah. Yeah, when you mentioned that's what he was going for, it immediately... Because even watching him, I'm like, who the fuck does he remind me of? And you're like, oh, he's doing Jim Rome. And I'm like, oh... Yeah, definitely. I knew a dude that used to listen to his radio show every day. That made me want to jerk the wheel of the van I was driving into the side of a concrete barricade and eject through the windshield and die on the interstate.
I think my brother used to listen to him a lot, and I was like, He's like, oh, clones. Oh, we're in the jungle.
Clones.
That's what he calls all of his... I thought that's what he called his people, was clones.
Oh, like his fans?
Yeah.
Why did you call them clones?
I don't know.
Why
But
would you call them ants? It makes sense.
no. But I never got into him. I think he just was... Most of his shit wasn't even substance. He just talks nonsense. And then he gets around to an interview, and it's like, okay, here's an interview I actually want to listen to.
Skip Bayless?
Fuck Skip Bayless.
I know.
Fuck Shannon Sharp, the fucking stupid Denver Bronco.
Fuck you, Ty.
You like Shannon Sharp?
Then he shrugs.
You don't even have to say anything.
I respect his contributions to the team. I think a lot of these guys need to get off the pedestal and announcing, but I get you have to make a paycheck.
Okay. That's fair.
Mhm.
All right.
Well, what other pros or cons you guys think of?
I'd say I have a con, I guess. It's kind of long.
Fucking 2 hours and 45 minutes? Hell yeah, it is. With all those... I'm like, this scene could take in like 5 less minutes, but no, he had to fucking cut in all these fucking clouds and the World War II D-Day shit, and it's like, why?
It had to have been 40 minutes of just that, right? And then when the coke wore off, he's like, fuck, I'm actually directing a movie.
Oh, fuck, I'm actually in the scene.
He's like, this isn't a slideshow? Where'd this pile of money come from? Oh, there's a pile of coke. Yeah. I don't even know if he had a drug problem. I'm just talking mad shit right now. I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99% sure Oliver Stone had a fucking coke problem. But
Allegedly.
yes, I'm sure allegedly he had a problem.
I'm just going to type in Oliver Stone cocaine and see what happens.
Oh, something good will happen.
Are you sure you're not thinking of Stephen King?
Oh, I know Stephen King. There's no alleged about that. That motherfucker directed an entire movie and forgot about it.
It says, as for heavy drugs, cocaine I stay away from. Which is what he said.
But
Let me find... This was like...
let's turn it into what drug is Oliver Stone on?
What?
Is it mushrooms?
I don't know. I have to find it.
I like that we have...
Okay, Google.
Oh, man.
Are we really doing this shit right now?
What drugs are Oliver Stone on?
Here's what I found.
Oh.
I like how you phrase
Oh
that.
my.
What drugs are Oliver Stone on?
Well, he lost his virginity to a prostitute.
Well,
That makes a lot of sense.
you see that in this film.
Virtues of acid, weed, and ecstasy. Okay.
Well, you said acid earlier.
Well,
And you did see guys doing coke in this film, so LL was doing it off a girl's tit.
How about that? I have a pro. I don't kind of the way they depict like football as a whole or professional.
Athletes.
Yeah, professional athletes and like
They walk around with their dong out in the locker room.
probably. Like
yeah.
it's, like the league's kind of like dark and gritty. Like.
Mm-hmm. If you don't respect the guys, they'll treat you like shit.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna last long.
And if you're too hurt to play, they'll make you disappear. Well, they won't kill you. You won't play.
Yes.
You'll wake up in a trunk somewhere.
Watching Carriers while
Yeah.
your phone is
On a
dying.
phone. A fate worse than death. Yeah.
But no, I get what you're saying though. Like, maybe the parties are a little exaggerated, but I don't know. Maybe
I'm sure that has probably happened at some
Oh,
point.
yeah. Like I doubt anybody ever got their SUV cut in half though by a cement cutter.
You never know, dude. Some of those guys are crazy.
That thing fell apart very easily.
Yes, it's true.
Plus, it wouldn't completely. It doesn't matter.
He did cut the sides and everything, so.
But he would have had that much time. Nobody
Yeah.
would have been like, this motherfucker has a concrete saw and is fucking up an SUV. And he, well, I don't know.
It was Lawrence Taylor's house, so.
It was a crazy party.
Yeah. But, yeah, I guess LL and Jamie Foxx actually did get into a fight in that scene. Like, LL actually punched him.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So, because LL went method.
Really?
Yep. So he took their, like, rivalry to heart. So.
LL Cool J method actor?
I didn't say he was good. I actually think he's fine in this film.
He was fine.
Yeah. I mean, he has the build, and, like, he's able to pull off that, you know, I'm a prima donna running back. So.
Yeah.
But.
Which he totally was.
Yeah, I would agree that it accurately portrays the football lifestyle.
But, I mean, honestly, though, who in the bathroom is getting a blowjob on the toilet? That guy was getting a Blumpkin
Yep.
while LL was doing coke off of a hooker's tit.
Yeah, you gotta have a pretty close-knit group.
To be talking to a guy while you're getting a Blumpkin?
I don't know a lot of people
You guys don't do that? Like, when you get home from work? Like, you don't hang out with your bros and do that?
Like, they blow me on the toilet?
No.
No, like, you...
I'm like, hey, bro.
You call some girls over?
You want to come blow me on a toilet?
A Blumpkin. Call it what it is.
Okay.
You have to be taking a
Yeah,
shit,
you have
though.
to be shitting, though.
He was!
Well, we didn't see the shit.
Yeah. Not my shit.
Oh my god.
Hashtag fake shit.
I'm ashamed of us.
I'm not.
I like to think he was getting a Blumpkin.
Why do you like to think it?
I knew a guy in college. This girl,
It's a fantasy.
she was not.
It's a fetish.
She wasn't the most attractive to him. She goes, "I want to give you a BJ." He said, "Only if it's a Blumpkin." And I think she really thought about doing it. So, but I always found that word funny then.
You check it off the bucket list. That's what you do.
Why would you say only if it's a Blumpkin?
Because that's how little he thought of her. That he'd have to be taking a shit for her to give
But
him.
what
a
if she would have
blowjob.
said okay?
Then he would have done it. That guy was that
Your
like that.
friend's kind of an asshole.
yeah.
All right.
He was a different breed.
Okay. Only if you suck my dick while I'm taking a shit.
Yep.
And then he spit on her, right?
I don't like it. It didn't happen. She decided not to do it.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Wilbur. You motherfuckers. I got a pro. I think it has a good message about the spirit of football and earning your place, kind of.
I'm gonna combat you with a con though, and say there's a lot.
Fun?
Yeah, a con. A con.
Okay.
A cunt?
A cunt. A con. It has a lot of fucking mixed messages.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it's like, football is an amazing sport, and it takes a lot for you to play it. But then look at what they're doing to their bodies. All true. Like, both sides are true. It takes a toll on the human body to play such a sport.
Right.
Both mentally, physically, emotionally. But it is also a hell of a game for the warrior aspect of a human. Like, it's one of the last gladiatorial things you
play it in a
play.
fucking arena.
Yeah. So, like, both are true, but, like, and I kept getting confused. I'm like, wait, is Stone trying to... He's actually an NFL fan, so I'm like, is he trying to bash the NFL for this handling of this? Or is he, like, promoting the sport? Like, he ran both sides of the gamut.
That's Oliver Stone for you.
Mm-hmm. Well, like, Platoon was obviously, like, anti-Vietnam.
Well,
Was it?
kind of. There's also people that glorified it. That's the thing about Oliver Stone is sometimes, well, most of the time actually. Think about W.
I never saw W, but
Well, W kind of is like, hey, isn't he a fucking idiot? But at the same time, here's another side of him that makes him not a fucking idiot or somewhat redeemable. So it's kind of like at the end of the day, it's in his mind probably the safest way to make a movie because he doesn't think he can offend anybody. But in doing that, you almost say nothing about it.
mm-hmm.
It's kind of just like, here's all the information, you fucking figure it out. And however you take it, it's either a movie about the dangers of football, or it's a movie that glorifies the people that play it.
And the camaraderie of it. Because, like, Pacino talking to Jamie Foxx at the end is like, one guy, just the one thing he missed was those 11 guys together playing. That was the thing he misses. He doesn't care about the glory, the bowl game, the wins, or anything. The records, the money, the women. It was the camaraderie.
So I'll be more specific in my pro. I thought that the speeches that were given about fighting for every inch possible, and the guy that fights the most is going to be the one that takes it away, they were good speeches. They get you invigorated. It makes you feel like you're a guy with your pads on waiting to get out there. That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
All the other stuff, I mean, it's also effective. Like when people are all fucked up and they're talking about, hey, give me a shot of cortisone because you know that shit works. And the fucking guy in here that's had 1 million fucking concussions and he's going to be brain dead. Like, they show all that shit too. And it's also effective. You're like, shit, you can't keep doing this because eventually you give out. But
well, and like Dennis Quaid, like he wants to be out there. Like a part of him's like play, especially his wife. But he knows he's done. He's like, I don't remember things.
Right.
My hand shakes when I try to eat. But he goes, but I would trade it all to step back out on that field again.
Right.
So I
so
do
the
it in a
will
heartbeat.
is there. It's your body breaks down.
Mm-hmm.
Happens to everybody, football player or not.
Yep. It's true. I mean, but you got Tom Brady out there still at 40-some years old.
We'll see.
Not me, though. I'm immortal.
His time will come. I'm going to buy a robe and a scythe. I'm going to go to... Well, they wouldn't let me in if I had a scythe,
I was
probably.
like, what?
I'm waiting for
Pocket
that.
scythe.
They cut to that guy on the sideline. That would be fucking hilarious. He just holds up a picture of Brady. What suit you want to get buried in?
All that trash talking, though, on the fucking line when they're like, we're going to eat your shit, Beeman.
I love that. That's got to be how it is. Absolutely.
It was intimidating.
I would like the guys who'd be like, how you doing? How's your mother? You know, things going well? How's the life? You know?
Name a real-life football player you think is actually like that. Frank Gore?
Yeah, no.
Frank Gore's probably a mean motherfucker.
Oh, I don't doubt it. To be like one of the few running backs over 30 still playing the game.
Forte always seemed like a nice guy.
Yeah. I think so. Let's say Rex Burkhead is probably that way.
Woodhead.
I bet you Woodhead was very like that.
Hey, good to see you.
Yeah.
Please
Hey.
don't fuck my legs up.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna retire now because I'm 5'8" and shouldn't have lasted this long.
But look at my mustache.
Say hi to your mother for me.
Yep.
Yep.
Who the fuck am I gonna draft?
And have him get injured the week one
Yeah.
again.
I always draft a running back that's made of glass.
or wide receiver.
Yeah. Pretty much any position they're made of glass.
If you're on Jake's team.
Oh, good times.
Yes. Anyways, trying to think.
It's
Okay.
kinda not-
What I was gonna say, what is up with this though? You had Matthew Modine, who's related to James Woods somehow. And he sells James Woods down the river, says, hey, he's not been telling the guys what's going on and everything.
How are they related?
he
Did he
tells
say
him,
it?
yeah, he's
Oh.
like, you're like my favorite nephew, but you gotta listen to me on this shit.
Gotcha.
He goes, I take care of all the bones and broken bones and everything. You get the gonorrhea and the stitches and that. So, but he tells Pacino, hey, he's not telling the guys and that. So he's helped James Wood down the river, but then he himself turns and gives Lawrence Taylor shit he shouldn't. Like, he gives him an extra cortisone shot or whatever. So isn't he just becoming as bad as...
More mixed messages.
Yeah. Like, it's Oliver Stone trying to go for it. It's easy to, like, give in. So...
Or you do something that could be perceived as bad, but you think you're doing someone a favor. Or you even are doing someone a favor in that moment, but looking back on it, like, if something would have happened, like, if he would have died on the field, you're in some deep shit.
Mm-hmm.
But...
Because he wasn't supposed to be playing anyways.
Right.
So...
What kind of waiver could he have signed? That can't exist,
No,
right?
that can't exist.
Like, even then, could it have existed?
I don't
That
think
you're
so.
just like, I hereby certify the NFL doesn't owe me money if I die.
Yeah. Like, I acknowledge that I've had 3 concussions in the past 5 months and am deteriorating like hell, but I hold Miami Sharks harmless.
Right. And sign this of my own free will,
Yeah.
or... That wouldn't hold up in court.
No.
I mean, he got his bonus. He had a fucking...
$1 million.
Yeah. Still sue him.
Yeah.
More than $1 million.
But, by the way, Oliver Stone, San Francisco 49ers fan. That's why San Francisco ended Miami's.
I knew there was something worse about him. Awful. Your fans are getting some big heads online.
I know,
They better get their fucking expectations a little bit more realistic.
we have a shit ton of holes. And not like the hookers in this film.
Probably just a couple holes on them.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, you see, like, all the
Standard 3 holes.
you see all the players' interactions and everything, but then you see Pacino's a broken man as well.
Yeah, Pacino's living a sad fucking life.
Because, like, he got divorced. He not even seen his kids in, like, years. Like, I guess there was a time where he meets his estranged son, played by Jim Caviezel. But they cut it from the film.
Because it was Jim Caviezel?
No, I think it's because the film was already 2 hours and 47 minutes because of that's another... Like, as much as I enjoy the games... They run very long. We saw, the same Johnny Unitas shot, like 7 times?
Yeah.
And not the still frame of him playing, him coaching on the sideline. It was the same Johnny Unitas shot of him walking the sideline.
They only had him for that one day.
Yeah, I guess. But
He's a busy man.
the thing is, too, Jamie Foxx's rant on, like, college athletics and that, I totally get.
Right.
Like, and then he goes off on a tirade about being all about himself in the NFL too, which all makes sense, but then nobody trusts him, and then that's where the whole team thing comes in, and he finally has to be a team player. So many mixed messages. Yeah.
It's a little all over the place.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. So.
Kind of makes you feel like you've gotten a concussion.
Yeah! Oh, I thought that was like a CSI Miami thing you were going for.
Oh, yeah. In retrospect, it kind of sounded like that.
You just didn't take your glasses off. Or
Looks
put them
like
on.
this man got murdered.
Yeah!
They're almost that stupid. But that used to be why you watched. You're like, say it, you motherfucker. I know you got some dumb shit that's just about, and he does that little smirk. Like he knows. He's like, I know what they're watching for.
It seems this man was impaled by a pogo stick. It seems somebody got the jump on him.
Oh my god. Needs to come back right now. The fuck else is David Caruso doing?
Nothing.
He did Hudson Hawk.
And
Yeah.
he did First Blood, and then he thought he was hot shit.
Yeah. That's why he did Hudson Hawk.
What a sad life.
Was he in NYPD Blue as well?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why. That was what it was. Then he
Mhm.
left that because he thought he was
He thought.
too good for it.
Yep.
And then he did nothing.
Yep.
Wait, did he leave it to do Hudson Hawk? Oh, that was a very bad decision.
Have you seen Hudson Hawk?
No. I've seen clips.
It's bad.
I've seen enough to know that I'm not missing anything.
You're not missing shit.
Oh my god.
And that's next week. No,
Please. Is Hudson Hawk like the cousin to Howard the Duck?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I'm just trying to think right now which
Oh
one
my
I'd rather
God.
watch.
None.
Oh,
I would rather watch the inside of a double barrel shotgun.
what's her name from Groundhog Day? The girl?
Mini Driver? Wait. Something else.
Yeah,
The one that looks like Mini Driver.
maybe?
Who are you talking about?
Like, the girl from Groundhog Day. Oh, fuck.
I don't know.
Yep.
Andy McDowell?
There we go. Andy McDowell. She shows up in it. As, like, some Vatican secret agent. Yep.
Okay.
As dumb as it sounds.
More pros and cons. We tapped out.
What time are we at? 43? Wow. That's like a half load of an episode.
Which they all don't have to go an hour and a half.
We're not getting paid for this.
Yeah.
We don't have a time limit we have to hit.
You're not getting paid for this.
Wait, what?
You're getting paid?
That would be great, wouldn't it?
Like, I want a check. Give me
Oh.
my money.
We walk out of here and I'm in a fucking Lamborghini Murcielago.
Con product placement.
Budweiser.
This is like pro and con for every movie. Is con for this one though?
Well, there isn't as bad of product placement. Like, this is literally everyone's drinking a Budweiser. They're on the sideline. Budweiser. It's like, you're
No,
in a fucking football game.
Yeah.
Actually, it was all sport.
All sport.
Which doesn't exist anymore that I'm aware of.
Yeah, it does.
Does all sport still exist? I thought it
All
was...
sport what?
The-
Beer?
The drink.
No, the drink. It was
The-
like
like
a...
the sports
It
drink.
was like a Gatorade knockoff.
All sport?
Yeah, you never heard of All Sport?
No. What?
Yeah, it was huge in the 90s.
It's still.
I don't think it's a thing
Yes,
anymore.
it is.
Would you
There's a
buy
website.
Gatorade from fucking Dollar General? All
No.
sport
Yeah,
energy drink?
It's not an energy drink. It's
Kinda.
it's a
it's
brand of
got
sports
electrolytes?
drink.
Yes.
It's Dr Pepper's answer to Gatorade.
Wow.
Really?
Yes.
How's that working out for him? Any
Uh,
return on investment?
Yeah, I used to drink it when I was a kid.
Did you look up All Sport?
Yes.
Is it still existing?
As far as I know, yeah.
I'm gonna need a better answer than that.
Yeah.
Like, could I drive somewhere and buy this shit right now?
Yeah. It's not at like every gas station, I don't think, but
I was gonna say, it used to be.
Only the ones that capture travelers and eat their human flesh.
it is distributed by the Dr Pepper Snapple Group.
Alright.
Introduced in 1993.
Dr. Pepper and Snapple have teamed up?
They've always been teamed up.
You're blowing my mind right now.
By the way, I saw Dr. Pepper baked beans in Walmart the other day.
Oh, that wasn't a happy... Like, I didn't jizz in my pants.
You gave a Blumpkin?
That is probably the reaction to me giving someone a Blumpkin.
Not only do you have a dick in your mouth, you have to smell their shit.
I was just gonna say light gagging, but that would have been... Inappropriate's not the right word. Unnecessary.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, just think of it as like one of those wet shits and it just sprays all over the bowl so it comes up into your beard.
Why do you do this?
For fun.
You're enjoying this.
Yes, I am.
Why?
I don't know.
If you ate some Dr. Pepper baked beans, you'd be having a wet shit.
Yes, it's true.
The Blumpkin of champions.
It's 23 flavors.
They could put that right on the can. I was gonna say put that shit right on the can, but
Remember how they have the 23 flavors?
yeah, of shit.
Yeah.
Who the fuck? Dr. Pepper baked beans? I'm gonna need more information on that. Like, can you write me a paper?
I was gonna say, do you want me to just go buy you a can of it?
No, not at all. I need you to explain why.
Marketing.
Marketing what?
Hey, they have Dr. Pepper licorice.
You're saying a motherfucker was eating baked beans one night and said,
People
"You know
say-
what? You know what this needs?
People say they're really good.
The refreshing taste of Dr. Pepper mixed in? Get the fuck out of here!
Don't knock it till you tried it.
I don't know. That's bullshit. That expression is bullshit. It's always been bullshit. Don't knock it till you try it. Some things you just don't like.
Do you like baked beans?
I do.
Do you like Dr. Pepper?
I do. I don't like them
Put them
together.
together, it can be the most
I don't-
amazing thing.
I don't
Have
need
you
to-
never had supper where you're eating baked beans and drinking a Dr. Pepper?
Have you?
Yes.
I can't. I don't even know what to say to you right now. Fuck off.
All you're doing, you literally have mixed the two eating supper.
From a sales standpoint, even if you were stupid enough to be like, I need baked beans with my Dr. Pepper, who the fuck is gonna buy it, Ty?
4 people because they gave it 5 stars. 4 people gave it 5 stars.
They don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
There's 4 people.
4 people that have had their tongues burned off in some horrible fucking accident. Who would pay money for this? Even if I was
There were
drunk.
cans missing at Walmart, so...
Oh my god. Does it have it in it, or is it just like, hey, these baked beans are brought to you by Dr. Pepper?
No, it's just like, they're baked beans, and then you just take a Dr. Pepper and you pour it in there.
You're fucking with me.
Yeah, I'm fucking
I don't
with
even
you.
know if he's fucking with me anymore. Why does this exist?
Why does chlamydia exist?
Because someone fucked up and banged an orangutan or something. Shit
You
happens.
might want to vet that.
Why
Yeah,
does
we,
chlamydia exist?
Yeah. The origins.
we don't want to blame the orangutans.
Oh my god.
They might get mad.
Our only listeners?
Yeah.
They might get mad and try and rise up.
We're that fucking sensitive now. Careful not to offend the orangutans. Oh, it's pronounced orangutan. No, it's not. It is, though.
Symbiote.
Oh, God. Only if you're in Russia is that how you say fucking symbiote. Symbiote. Once was an accident. The second one, I was like, I'm not even going to watch this movie. But I am. Because I hate myself. It's going to be trash.
Yeah. Anyways, Dr. Pepper beans.
Yeah. Oh, coming back to that.
No. All Sport, Budweiser, Metrics. They bought a shit ton of advertising space in this film. They even had a commercial inside the fucking film.
For Dunkachinos?
Yes.
That hadn't happened yet.
No.
Who would have thought?
I got a question for you guys. Pro or con Willie Beeman music video?
It wasn't even a music video. It was literally
The
a
song.
commercial for Metrics.
Okay, well, the Willie Beeman song.
It was stupid. No, con.
I thought it was kind of funny. I could see a quarterback with a huge ego being stupid enough to do something like that.
I mean, yeah.
I like it.
I mean, I've seen quarterbacks sling other shit before, so why not
Sling
that?
shit.
I mean, Brett Favre was the face of Wrangler,
Yeah.
and so is Drew Brees. Now, I know they have somebody like, Donovan McNabb or...
That's chunky soup.
Oh, yeah, he was Chunky Soup.
Oh, yeah.
Why not Russell Wilson in Wranglers?
Oh, he's doing Kids' Choice Award.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Me too.
No, what's that one advertisement he's got with Joel McHale?
Oh, for supplements?
Yeah, eugenics.
Androgenics.
Yeah.
That was Frank Thomas. It's not steroids, it's steroids.
What about Peyton Manning, the biggest fucking corporate shill I've ever fucking seen?
He's not in this movie.
Well,
I mean,
no,
yeah.
we're just Aaron
Neither was
Rodgers.
Russell Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron Rodgers slinging fucking State Farm.
Oh yeah.
They all got to get paid somehow.
What's yours doing?
Because what they're making is
Nothing.
not enough.
Maybe something in San Francisco, but
nothing yet.
no, nothing yet.
I'm waiting.
So am I.
Get your 49ers butt plugs.
Come to Brock Red Lobster.
Brock Red Lobster.
Burn that place down.
He probably works at Red Lobster now, right? No, he's a backup somewhere.
Isn't he in Denver still?
I don't even know anymore.
Brock dies in Denver.
I don't care. That's
Oh. Anyways.
The only thing better than watching him fail would be to see him go to like the Hall of Fame somehow.
On Seattle.
He just gets there and he's like, oh fuck, I know how to play football.
hey, hurl the insults all you want. The man has a Super Bowl ring. Dan Marino, Barry Sanders don't even have one.
Yeah,
That
but
makes
Barry,
him better than Barry Sanders and Dan Marino.
He got fucking carried to a Super Bowl.
He beat the Patriots in Foxborough in the snow
Yeah, the Chiefs
with an elite defense.
The Chiefs beat the Patriots last year too.
Yeah, and also Barry Sanders was in Detroit. Come on. Like, I mean, Andre Ware was his starting quarterback for a few years.
Oh, he plays for the Dolphins now.
Really?
Yep.
Brock?
Yeah. That's what Wiki says.
I almost said Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Dude, can you imagine Brock Lesnar?
No, because of steroids.
Dude, nobody would tackle that guy.
Yeah.
He did play football. He played for Minnesota
Did he?
for a year or an off season. Yeah, he was on. I think he was in spring training with them.
And his heart didn't explode?
There's a funny story. I think it was Chris Carter has a story, or Randy Moss, about Brock Lesnar at spring practice one time. It was pretty funny to listen to. So he just pretty much almost killed someone.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
He's a large person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he doesn't look like how a human being should look.
No.
He's like 9 men in one body.
Brock Lesnar?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He has a tattoo of a penis on his chest, too.
It's a sword, but yes. Or knife.
Even if it was a penis, I'd be fucking terrified.
Dude, you don't want to fuck with some guy who's got a tattoo of a giant cock on his chest.
Who looks like that? No.
I don't know what I was going to say.
Don't fuck with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, that's the moral of the story.
So this movie...
Yeah, any given Sunday. I will say, the last speech, the final scene is great.
Oh, yeah.
His walkout is great.
I thought it was done. Like, I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it'd be a standard, like, I thought he'd kind of be like, go fuck yourself. Which he did tell them to go fuck themselves, but he did it so much better than I thought he was going to.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it'd be one of those, like, yeah, you know, go do your own thing, I'll go do mine, I don't need you anyway, and then maybe, like, another pep talk. But no, it was better.
Yeah.
It actually, like, makes up almost for all the goofy
For the
shit.
cruise ship that randomly showed up during
God
that
damn
speech.
And the lightning.
And it's fading to black and white in the background. You can't even tell what old fucking archival footage they're trying to play.
And then, like, I remember the one scene. I don't understand why it happened, but it's when Cameron Diaz and James Wood are walking through the locker room, and it cuts to them like they're on some security camera. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
Was that somebody recording it to...
No, like, he
was just-
literally just changed
It
camera
was
types.
just security footage from the locker room, and you just hear the audio in the background.
So it had nothing to do with her getting turned in or anything?
No.
No.
Just, he's like, oh, I want to try this type of shot. I swear to God, Oliver Stone was fucked up during this film.
Oh, he had to have been.
Mm-hmm. Do we want to go to scenes? Seems we're
I had
okay.
one
Go
more
ahead.
con. I thought the sound edit, like the mixing, was awful.
You thought it was awful.
Yeah.
like the way people were mixed in terms what I should say is Oliver Stone did it in such a way where it always seemed like there was music going on in the background. Did you guys notice that at all?
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
There was music on like all the time, and it was mixed higher than like the actual dialogue. So it was really difficult, and it's really distracting to try and understand what the fuck people are trying to say, and they're holding conversation. There's dialogue going on when you have all this music going on. In the
It didn't
background,
help
too.
that they were at parties half the time. They actually want to talk to each other.
Right.
But then even, I agree, like, when Lawrence Taylor trying to talk to Jamie Foxx in the sauna, there was some overpowered music going on there, too.
That was the only thing I was going to say is Lawrence Taylor was the only one that I had a hard time hearing. Other than that, I mean, yeah, it was mixed louder, but it didn't really bother me that much. But
I noticed it.
all right. Anything else?
No, I think we can go with scenes.
Go for it.
I'm not gonna outright pick the speech. I don't remember if it's during that part or it's a part where in the locker room and Al Pacino said something inspiring. It might have been right after the speech or something like that, and he's kind of closing everything up, and he goes, "If you're gonna be a loser, raise your hand. If you're gonna act like a pussy, raise your hand." And LL Cool J gets on top of a chair and he raises his hand, and Al Pacino goes, "What the hell are you doing?" And he goes, "Well, I didn't want you to be the only pussy with your hand up, so I thought I'd help you out."
That was during the first game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good with that. So
Yeah. I like that. I'm gonna do the speech.
the one before the playoff game.
Yeah. Just because I genuinely think it's like I had never seen this before. It's going to be the thing that I think of when I think of this movie, other than dropping acid and seeing random shit happening.
And fuck being said 117 times.
Was it 117?
That's what I found. Yeah.
It's not bad.
No. They say it a lot.
Yeah, it's just an awesome speech. Like we've already kind of talked about it, and it's one of those we could never do it justice. You would have to hear Pacino do his thing, but more or less, it's are you guys going to get out here and earn this, or are you going to let them do that? And
you're just gonna die.
It's
roll over.
Yeah, are we going to live or are we going to die?
Mm-hmm.
It's powerful shit. It was inspiring. It was a very well written scene.
Life in football or a game of inches.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And supposedly, I didn't get a chance to vet this, but that's a speech Marty Schottenheimer gave the Cleveland Browns before the AFC Championship game in '89.
It was modeled after it.
It was modeled after it, so.
Poor Browns.
Back when they were good.
Back when they had hope.
Yeah. My scene is the walk-off at the end during the credits. One, you hear San Francisco beats them, so I'm happy. Then two, just his whole, like, you know, it was an amicable way of partying. Like, he's like, hey, I like this guy. He's going to do great things. You know, Aaron Eckhart is becoming head coach. And he said, I'm taking the head coaching job at Albuquerque. Cameron Diaz isn't really phased. She's like, whatever. Oh, he's moving on, whatever. And he's like, they gave me full management. They're still like, okay, good for you. And then he goes, and my first thing as full management, I signed Willie Beeman. And then they flipped out. And
it was great.
It was amazing. It just was, he just like, well, fuck you all, goodbye. And everyone is like clapping for him. And like, you just see Cameron Diaz freaking out. Her right-hand man's like, son of a bitch. It was, Aaron Eckhart looked like he had been stabbed. Oh, it was amazing. He just, because he thought that was his quarterback.
That was another mixed message is there was a moment when they were losing that game towards the end where you thought Cameron Diaz was going to have like a turn of character where she's like, oh, I'm a cunt. But it never happens, really.
No.
She
Like,
just goes back to being a fucking bitch.
Because she was like, hey, you know, maybe this isn't everything. But then as soon as
her mom's hand and
as soon as her team wins, she's like, oh, fuck yeah. Yeah. So, yeah.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
She's a pretty shitty person.
No, it's true.
Pretty much.
All right. This film had a $55 million budget, and it made $100. So, almost doubled. Trying to see. It had a 52 on Metacritic, a 6.8 on IMDb, a 51 on 51 critic review on Rotten Tomatoes, 73% audience though. Which I can understand it resonating with the audience more, but at the same time, like you said, all that fucking artsy shit he tried doing, I think, is what probably pissed a lot of the critics off.
What did you say for Metacritic?
52.
52. Okay. That's strange to me. I always thought this was one of those more critically well-received movies than I guess it actually was.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I thought that. Well,
The cast?
the cast maybe, and just hearing people talk about it, like word of mouth. I remember it had a really cool poster.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I still think that's an amazing poster. It's kind of Traffic-esque, though.
Yeah. Was this before Traffic, though?
I think it was after, because it wasn't Traffic like 96.
No.
Huh? Here, let me look.
96?
I don't know.
Oh, no. It was
2000?
before Traffic. 2000. So.
Well, there you go. Traffic ripped it off.
Mm. Also, the house that Dennis Quaid's house in the film, his quarterback's house, that was Dan Marino's house.
Because they're in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That Lauren Holly, though.
She was a bitch.
Yeah, she was. Pretty terrible.
Mm-hmm. Oh, also, they sought Clint Eastwood for Al Pacino's part, but he wanted to direct the film, and they said no.
That sounds like a Clint Eastwood thing.
I like Clint Eastwood as a director, so...
Riding in my
Gran Torino. That's all he'll ever be known for.
You know that DMX song probably wouldn't have made it onto the soundtrack had been Clint Eastwood, though.
Dude, none of the music in this would have made it.
Not Clint would have been like, yeah, let's get that track.
Can you imagine watching the football game and just hearing "Riding in my Gran Torino"? You're like, what is happening? That'd be an even bigger acid trip than cutting to random bullshit. You're like, this doesn't fit at all.
This movie would have been 20 minutes shorter. Guaranteed it.
Or 2 hours longer.
Oh, 2 hours.
Except your quarterback would have been a soldier, too.
By the way, are you guys fans of Clint Eastwood or not?
No, I like Clint
Okay,
Eastwood.
you just
Yeah,
like giving
dude.
him
Well,
shit.
I
I
like.
just think it's funny. That song is funny.
I like some things about Clint Eastwood. I think The Good and the Bad and The Ugly is an amazing movie. I actually like Gran Torino.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty Harry. Yeah, he's done good shit. He's also fun to make fun of.
Talks to invisible chairs.
Is a crotchety motherfucker.
Yes.
God damn it, is he angry.
But, alright. Any last
Words? Any last requests? I don't know.
Okay. Drew,
Walk the plank?
this is your pick, so...
Yeah, I've seen this a couple times growing up. And for some reason, like Jake, I thought it was held in a much higher regard. Going back and watching it now, I definitely see how it wasn't received as well as I thought it was. Oliver Stone does a really weird job of editing this film. At times it makes it distracting to watch. The cast, though, is pretty great, I'll have to say. It's probably one of the best things about this movie. And the acting's generally pretty good. I don't know. I don't really know what to say. It's a decent flick. I think there's some good lines in it. I think he can derive a decent message away from the film. But I don't know. It's all right. It's not the most amazing sports movie I've ever watched, but I think it runs a little long. And I would go right with IMDb in terms of entertainment. I give it a 6.8.
Nice. This is my first time seeing it. Like I said a minute ago, I always thought it was held in a lot higher regard critically than it ended up being, I guess. I'm trying to think of football movies that have been out back around this time. Replacements hadn't happened yet. They hadn't tried to remake, what do you call it, right? Adam Sandler movie. Longest Yard.
Oh, I thought...
That hadn't happened yet.
I was thinking Waterboy.
Yeah, so was I.
Yeah, remake of the Burt Reynolds classic, The Waterboy.
Dude, you'd watch Burt Reynolds as the Waterboy.
Yeah, 100%. But, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Maybe it was just a product of being out in, like, being a football movie at the time just kind of attracted a larger fan base that was thirsty for a football movie, really. So maybe they held it in higher regard, but...
I think Pacino's speech has also just stood the test of time. Like, I always hear that on, like, fucking hype videos.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, it's a great speech. And those movies, a lot of the sports movies kind of try to... That's their tent pole for, like, you got to get that in there. Like, that's what people are here for. They want to feel inspired, and it's a good one for sure. But yeah, I guess critically, less well received than I thought, which makes sense. The editing is a fucking mess. For comedic purposes, you might get a couple laughs out of it. Other than that, I think it would be really fucking distracting. I'm surprised that I haven't heard more people talk about the editing of this movie when they talk about this movie. Because it distracted the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, like Drew said, the cast is pretty fucking great. Everybody, for the most part, is good in their roles. Cameron Diaz is a little weak. Pacino is Pacino. You get what you paid for with him. He's the man. Maybe not so much anymore now that he's hanging out with Happy Madison.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think the big thing for me that would make me lower my rating a bit is the messages they're muddled. You don't really know what you're supposed to take away. And some people like that from a movie. I kind of don't most of the time. If you're going to present a bunch of alternative theories, or not even theories, alternative, like, meanings to something, or messages, I guess, you should kind of land
somewhere
further on one side than the others, so you don't leave just kind of fucking confused. But, I don't know, it's pretty enjoyable. I'd give it, like, a 6.5.
Yeah, I'm with Jake. If you're going to go with it, either go one way or the other. Like, if you want to throw a bit of both in, that's fine, but go one way or the other. Yeah, again, I when I saw this, it was usually on TNT or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and maybe that's what they cut down on some of that fucking editing. Like, they even edited even more for TV. Like, they made it 2.5 hours by cutting a shit ton of that stuff out. But, I mean, they also had to cut out a lot of words, but...
You know what it kind of reminds me of, now that I think about it?
Huh.
Tony Scott.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. Like, Man on Fire has a lot of, like, you know, you'll have Denzel drunk, and then it'll cut to, like, a pigeon in the corner, and then, like, I don't know, some guy doing some shit.
Jerking
on,
off.
like, this, yeah, jerking off.
Anyways, yeah, I hold this film high for, like, the football aspects of it. I even think a lot of the characters are very good. Like we said, Cameron Diaz isn't at her best, but a lot of the characters and actors are at least decent to good. So, and like I said, Pacino's speech still sometimes gives me chills, just because it just comes from, like, a real place. It feels like and it's so weird from a guy who, I don't even know if he played a sport, but
is cocaine a sport?
Yep.
It is if you want it to be.
Yep. There's a way to make it. But
Stephen King is LeBron James.
He's LeBron James of the writing world.
And the cocaine world.
Yeah.
Who can finish all this cocaine first? He's Usain Bolt of
He
cocaine.
knows what cocaine.
Usain Bolt of cocaine.
But it's a good sports movie. It's a good football movie. It has some mixedness to it, as we talked about, and it isn't held. It's held higher by just regular people than it is by the critics.
Right.
Doesn't shock me after rewatching it in more of a critical eye. But I still would recommend anyone to watch it, and I give it a 6.5.
Wow, we were all very close on this.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't happen that often.
Nope.
Huh. Well, I hope you learned a lot. Depending on what stays in this
Yep,
episode.
I was gonna say there's some shit that
You learned quite a few things. Had some laughs.
You learned that
Maybe even cried.
You learned that DMX had a song.
Yeah. That shall not be repeated.
the name shall not. Yes.
It's pretty great though.
No, it's not.
Was not false advertising. It is what he says it is. And I admire that from a man like DMX.
He has integrity.
I don't see that title and go, I wonder what I'm getting from this. That real straight shooter DMX.
You mean the one who's like corrupt on his taxes and stuff?
Oh yeah.
I heard he's gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
Well, the IRS is gonna take it from him.
My God. I can't name another DMX song.
Party Up. Rough Riders Anthem.
Def Jam.
One
Vendetta.
Are
more
you
road to cross.
DMX?
I listen to DMX.
Did you ever hear that DMX?
Which one?
The one in this movie.
No, I never heard that song before.
You're gonna listen to it now. I'm gonna listen to it on the way home.
It's the same word over and over.
Can you imagine being at a red light and hearing that and turning over and seeing me screaming the words?
The cop says, Sir, please get out of the car.
I'm a huge DMX fan.
Yeah. I think everyone would have the same reaction. They'd be like, is that DMX? Not because I look like him.
I never thought I would live in a world where Shaggy is now more relevant than DMX.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Remember T.I.?
T.I. Harris? T.I. Tip Harris?
I don't know.
You mean the rapper, T.I.?
Yes.
Yeah, from ATL.
Sure.
Yeah.
What happened to him? He got incarcerated, didn't he?
Yeah, he had like one comeback song, and then he faded away again.
The Kim Kardashian one?
No, the one with Justin Timberlake.
And then he had a gun, right? I think he had an Uzi or something.
I don't know.
Allegedly. All right, we'll see you later.
Yeah, so like, share, oh wait, next week, my pick.
You have something?
I got a couple things in mind.
What
I
are
don't
they?
know. Well, see, I'm just feeling all the pressure because it's technically our 100th episode.
Just whet the appetite.
Well, like, I thought Last Starfighter.
Okay.
I know neither of you two have seen it.
Okay.
I really wanted to do Batman 66, but we just did Batman and Robin, so that's why I don't want to do it.
I wouldn't care.
You could do it.
But, I mean, I had another one I thought of too that I knew you both hadn't seen, but I can't think of it now. It's just so hard because I feel the pressure. It's 100. I gotta make it special.
Are you actually like kind of stressed out?
I am a little bit.
Yeah, it is 100.
Yeah.
You only get 100 one time.
Yes.
Unless we hit 200.
I mean, when we do 300, we gotta obviously do 300. But
I hadn't thought of that.
We didn't do 42 at 42.
I was gonna say, did 42 exist when we did 42? But
Yeah.
it probably did.
How long do you think we've been doing this pod?
I don't know. I just listened to some that just got put up and it was fucking Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Pilgrim? But...
Oh, they'll never hear that. Yeah, it won't even be 100 to them.
No.
It's
and
only
that's why we got
100 to us.
Yeah, I know. But it's fine. Those last episodes will pop up someday.
Someday when we invent a way to go back in time and record it with better quality microphones.
Mm-hmm.
We could write out the script and redo the pod.
Oh, fuck that.
That would be awful. And we would deviate from the script. I don't
Yeah.
even... It'd be the first 10 seconds we would deviate.
You have to stick to your guns.
No, it's got to be heat of the moment, or it ruins the...
Fuck, I could... Oh, no, wait, that's a different song. I was going to say... Or a different movie. I was going to say In the Heat of the Night, but that's a different movie. That's not In the Heat of the Moment.
Yup.
Words.
All right.
I could do RoboCop 3.
I never saw 3.
Really?
I'm sure it's bad.
It's awful.
Aren't they all bad other than one?
Yeah, even the remake wasn't great. Michael Keaton, though.
That's unfortunate.
All right, that'll do it for this week. Like, share, subscribe, Facebook, Twitter, Libsyn, iTunes. Leave us a review if you can, or try to. Reach out to us, tjdmoviereviews@gmail.com.
Why couldn't they?
I don't know.
Nobody ever talks to us.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
because we never upload.
Yeah, it's true.
Pretty quiet on the Western Front.
I can't expect
Ooh, that's a
them to-
movie I could pick, too.
All Quiet on the Western
Yeah.
Front.
But, alright. Any last words?
Nope.
Alright, that'll do it for this week. For TJD, I'm Steamin' Willie Ty.
I'm Jake. I almost said my last name.
I'm LL Drew J.
Wow, he tried.
Unlike you.
All right.
Bye.